Hey everybody, how's it going? Welcome back to another MAMG Let's Play. Today I'm actually going to be doing something different. I have my wife Amanda with me, and although our anniversary has already passed, we've been married for a year, which is crazy. We wanted to do a video that kind of showed you guys our actual wedding day and kind of let you guys take a peek into what we were doing, especially when I was gone for that year basically. So we're going to be picking some pictures. I don't know if we'll have any videos or not that we'll be reacting to, but we're going to kind of show you guys what we were doing on our wedding day. And if you guys like it, let us know. If not, it's totally fine. It's just this one video. We'll have regularly planned content later on in the future, but just something different and just a different way for us to put a little timestamp on our life and our journey over this past year. So if you guys like it, let me know and we can figure out some other stuff to do as well. Okay, so this is the actual venue, the McGarity house, which was absolutely awesome. They had a whole package deal for the wedding venue, the DJ, a bunch of different stuff so that we didn't have to run around. Which if you're planning a wedding and they have a package deal, do it. Yes, definitely. Because we booked this, we had our venue, caterer, cake, florist, DJ, was all booked. I didn't have to contact anyone. They've all worked together because we were planning this and it was in a different state than where we live. So it made the process so much easier because I didn't have to contact everyone. So yeah, it was awesome. It was really nice. We didn't have to worry about, was somebody going to get along with somebody else or anything like that. Everybody was already communicating with each other, and it worked out a lot better, especially because we were so far away. Yeah. So I just contacted the one person that we booked with at the McGarity house that was like our coordinator. And told her our vision, my vision. Basically. And she just kind of communicated that to everyone of color scheme and, date, time we wanted everything to start, all of that. So highly, highly recommend. And the house isn't even where we actually got married. I don't know if it'll show. That's more of the house. And with booking this, you got the entire venue. So it was the house, and then to kind of the side of the house, kind of behind this tree, is the ballroom. And then to the right of all of this, they actually have a barn, which I had always said I never wanted a barn wedding. Yeah, you can kind of see it in the corner there. Yeah. I'd always said I never wanted a barn wedding. Just random angles of our photographers were great. Yeah, they've taken pictures at this venue before. Is it this? Yeah, okay. So this is the actual barn where the wedding took place. So this was where the ceremony was, and I'd always said I never wanted to get married in a barn because that's very I don't know, southern thing. A ton of people get married in barns, but when I saw the inside of this barn, I fell in love with it. Sorry to everybody who I'm scrolling through the pictures super fast, but there are hundreds of pictures, so it's insane. So the side of the barn was open. It has the chandeliers. So this barn was made for weddings, so it was a bougie barn. There's more decorations that they were still setting up. So there'll be more stuff later, but gorgeous venue. It was very, very nice. Okay, this is all you. You can scroll through. I wasn't there, so. So this is me. I look very different. I chopped off my hair and went blonde. But this is my natural hair color. Yes. What's closer to your natural hair color? Listen. What? I've been dyeing my hair forever. Just let it go. Oh, I know. So this is me, and this is actually my matron of honor, Kristen. So we're getting ready, putting on jewelry and stuff. We got some more bridesmaids, flower girls, and this was inside the house. We had this whole suite to get ready. Super pretty.
So these are all my girls. We'll go through this fast because, yeah.
There's a lot of stuff to cover.
There's so much.
The day went so quick.
I love these pictures. They're so awkward to take. Because it's like, oh, just laugh, act like you're having a conversation. So you are like, I guess I'm supposed to be laughing. And you end up with these pictures. They look really cool, but very awkward to take.
Yeah.
This is my mom. Her dress had pockets. Mine did not. I was highly upset.
Oh.
Anyway.
What, the actual wedding dress?
Yes. Wedding dresses do have pockets.
Really?
Some of them.
Well, I was told to empty my
pockets.
pockets every time we took pictures, so.
Yeah. My mom decided I was fine the whole wedding planning process. We were really chill, almost to the point that I think we frustrated people because they were like, oh, what do you want? And we're like, I don't know. I guess this is fine. But my mom decided, oh, I'm going to give like a card, with this emotional message. And I was like, I've been holding it together this entire time. Stop. I look so serious because I'm trying to like hold the emotions in because I'm like, don't mess up your makeup.
Yeah.
And that's my bouquet. Funny thing is, the pink I did not want in my bouquet, but I didn't meet my florist the day of the wedding. So it's fine.
It's fine.
They were pretty.
It looks nice.
Yeah, it worked.
Yeah.
This is actually my grandmother's necklace, my mom's mom. She passed away several years ago, but this was the necklace that my grandmother wore every day, and my mom and her two sisters actually all wore it on their wedding day. So that was something I knew I wanted before I even met Kelly, was like, I am wearing this necklace. Because it was something old and something borrowed, and it was just really cool, the story behind it of like all these women in my family have worn it for their weddings, so that was important. And these are my shoes. I like shiny things. Can you tell?
Yeah. Oh, I'm sure they will.
All right, so getting this dress is a lot. You'll find out why very soon. It was actually like the fourth dress I tried on and was like, yep, this is it. There were probably like 7+ layers to this dress.
Yeah.
So it was a little bit of between the dress and the veil, which you'll see shortly. It was a little bit of revenge against my maid of honor, or matron of honor, because she had a cathedral length train on her dress when she got married, and I was one of her bridesmaids. All 4 of us could fit behind her veil, and her dress was still like on the ground, and then it was massive. I wasn't even supposed to have to adjust her train, but it was so big that I kind of had to. So it wasn't planned, I just had to go with it in the middle of the ceremony. It's exciting. So at this point, they're trying to figure out how to bustle my dress. So like you pin it up so you don't have the train later on. There were 25 buttons that are clear that they have to find on every layer of the dress to pin it. And not only do you have to find the buttons, you have to find the little loops.
Jeez. I didn't even know that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The bottom couple layers of the dress, there were safety pins on the loops from where I picked up the dress so that they could, when I was picking it up, they could show me like where the loops were. So we just left them on the dress because it's like, you can't see them. So that's a little trick. If you have a lot of layers, leave safety pins on the buttons because you can't see them anyway. This is my mom putting my grandmother's necklace on me. So this was another super emotional moment. The whole time me and my mom are like, don't crack, don't crack. And my matron of honor was like standing to the side And she was like, do I need to say random like curse words or something to make you laugh so that y'all don't lose it? I was like, probably. So I'm pretty sure she said something. I don't remember what it was to like make me laugh. And then this is also inside the house. They had like all these stairs, and the guys were getting ready. This is the other side of the hallway. Yeah. So before I went out there, we had to like make sure he was in seclusion.
Yep, and I was hidden away.
Fun fact, we got married on my dad's birthday. Happy birthday, Dad.
Well, it was the only day that was open, so.
Right.
Yeah.
So I saw this venue in pictures. Fell in love with it, and I was like, yes, that is it. I was ready to book it, like, without even seeing it in person.
She makes big decisions
super fast,
really quick. Small decisions, it takes her triple the amount of time, if not more.
I was gonna say more. Like, what do you want to eat? I have no idea.
Yeah. What should we do this weekend? I don't know.
Where should we get married? Here.
Yeah.
What kind of car do you want? This one.
Yeah. What's your wedding dress? Oh, the fourth one I tried on.
The fourth one I tried on. So the date I originally wanted was October 26th. That would have been our 7-year anniversary that we were together. Mm-hmm. And it was on a Saturday. I was like, oh, perfect. It was booked. And they were like, yeah, the only Saturday we have in fall at all is September 21st. And I was like, uh-oh. So I had to call my dad. I was like, hey, Dad, do you care if we get married on your birthday? He was like, no, you'll never forget my birthday. I was like, I don't forget it anyway, but okay. He was more emotional than like I thought he would be. He's a pretty serious, like stoic man.
Don't show emotion.
Not really. Yeah. And we'll tell him to smile, and he's one of those where it's like a serious expression. And he's like, this is my happy face. And we're like, no, it's not. A little backstory. I got my dad a keychain when I was in like 2nd grade. And it was like Dad's lucky penny. Mm-hmm. And it was in like a plastic thing, like on a key ring. He has been carrying that keychain ever since. And it is taped up because it is falling apart because I am older than I want to admit. So I was like, and I've told him for years, I'm like, Dad, please just let it go. It's not that serious. I bought it at like a little thing at school. Mm-hmm. And he was like, no, I won't. And I don't know, he just held on to it. So I got him a new keychain. And I, of course, wrote this really sappy note. So he had to get his glasses because all of us are blind. And he saw it was a keychain and thought it was really sweet. And I was like, please get rid of the other one. And he said, no, I'm going to put it on my other keys. So now he has both. Also, my mom was like standing off to the side along with our photographer, and they are bawling in the corner. And me and my dad are like, kind of chill, little choked up, but we're good. Turn around, tears streaming down both of their faces. I was like, y'all are more emotional than I am. This is his mom.
It's my mom.
My mother-in-law.
Yep. She's been on the channel once via phone. I don't know if you guys remember that or not, but I did I did an anime quiz. And I called her and made her identify what anime stuff was from. So she's kind of been on the channel, but yeah, my mom's awesome. So I
absolutely love his mom. I won the mother-in-law lottery because it's always like a joke of like, your mother-in-law is terrible. She is the sweetest person. I absolutely love her.
Well, my mother-in-law is good too.
So. She's all right. Just kidding. Love you, Mom. You're going to watch this. You're great.
Yeah. All right. So while Amanda's doing all her stuff on the stairs and the gift exchanges and all that, we had a second photographer, which is actually the photographer's husband, in the room with us. So I don't really have that many great stories to tell, to be honest with you. There's my little brother, the rapper, which he actually pulled some connections, and that's where you get the music that you're hearing right now that's playing in the background, as well as the outro music for this current I guess like outro, as well as the old outro. Like, it's all stuff that he either had connections with or that he helped make. So there you go. Now you can put a face to the music, and that's my little brother. That's Josh. He's been on the channel a couple times as well. He played Broforce and a couple other games, but of course we had to invite him. And then it's just us getting ready, I guess. That's Bruce in the background. He's been a friend of mine since 6th grade, I think. And the only thing we had to go off of was, hey, you're Asian. And then that was it. We clicked.
Friends.
Yeah, we've been best friends ever since.
I found these. Found this pair. It was perfect colors for like our color scheme, but we could only find one with the purple. So I found ones that were similar that were just like blue. So that was part of the groomsmen gifts. Yep. That's my brother.
This is Amanda's brother, who's the same age as me, and then my little brother is the same age as Amanda.
I was worried about all these groomsmen being together because their personalities are just
wonderful. Perfect.
The same, and they just feed off of each other. So I was scared they would get in trouble.
It was fine. Everything was fine.
My dad was the adult in the room.
Yeah, none of us are adults.
No.
No, not at all. This is all fake. This is staged. I think it's like a clip-on tie. 100%. But they were like, oh yeah, like you should have your brother pretend like he's tying your tie for you, and no, it's a clip-on. It's pointless. This is pointless. This is just me doing what I was told.
Hey, weddings. This is back to the barn. They've done like a little more decorations at this point. So it had these shepherd hooks, and we actually made these. So each one of these we probably spent like $3 on. Yay, dollar store. But just glass face, string lights, which you can see the battery pack in it, and then just some fake flowers that we put down in there. And then my dad made it his mission to figure out how we were going to hang these. So I was getting texts for days of like, do you like this color chain? Or what about this split? Or should we use this kind of twine? And I'm like, I just hang them.
Just hang them.
That's all I want.
Yeah.
And then they put some flower petals, and we have flowers on one side with the curtains. And then I didn't want to do a unity candle. And then the whole like sand ceremony, I'm like, it gets mixed up over the years. So I was trying to figure out something else to do. So this is a picture frame that is usually used for like the sand ceremony, but I just found these glass beads on like Amazon. I was like, we're gonna do those because it'll be a little bit different, and like glass doesn't mix together, so it'll stay pretty
forever and ever.
Forever until it falls and all of it breaks.
Yep, that too.
We decided to do a first look, so that way we would see each other before the ceremony. Partly because we're both pretty introverted, and that would be extremely. It would be like a more personal thing, and we would get. I feel like I would get more of a reaction from Kelly, and he would probably get more of a reaction from me if we were like, if it was just us.
Yeah, just away from everyone.
Also, I didn't want to wear my glasses during the ceremony. If I don't wear my glasses, then I can't see. So I wouldn't be able to see Kelly's reaction. So this was like another way that I could get around that. There's a smile.
Yeah.
It was still like kind of awkward.
Yeah.
Because we knew the photographers were there, and then I found out that my mom and my bridesmaids were all like creeping in the corner, looking out the window. So like we weren't alone at all.
No.
Also, I had to tell them, like, you have to come to me because I literally can't move. Because what you don't see is this veil in the train. You'll see it shortly. I was pretty stationary.
Yeah, you're just stuck.
I was stuck. So this is basically how I had to get around. Kristen is helping carry some stuff. I'm having to hold my dress in the front, and then one of my other bridesmaids, Brianna, is like both hands full of like train and veil. There was a spider on my dress.
Well, you were outside, so you know it happens.
Actually, it wasn't even just one. There were multiples. There were Granddaddy Longlegs climbing all over my dress. And I'm like, I literally can't move. And I want to like run away and scream, but I'm also trapped. So that's the veil.
Yes, it is.
Woohoo.
Do you think spiders perhaps thought it was a cobweb that they could chill in?
Potentially.
Yeah.
Listen. This veil, it was only $100 more to get this veil that matched the dress perfectly, had this big of an impact, than having like a short veil that like wasn't much. I was like, of course I'll spend an extra $100 to get this. Are you kidding? So this was our bridal party.
Yeah, it's everybody.
Yay. And they said do something goofy, so this was what we did.
This is probably my favorite. I love how red I made Bruce.
Oh, I forgot.
Yeah.
He was trying to like make you...
He was trying to make me like feel awkward,
Yeah.
but I think he forgot that like I will roll with it. So everybody is doing faces and stuff, and he just put his hand on my shoulder to like make it weird. Well, I turned and like put my hand on top of his, and he lost it. It was amazing. I don't even know what Josh is doing over there in the corner, but like,
I think
yeah.
he's like sticking his butt out.
Yeah, it seems like a Josh move. But yeah, it was so great. Like, I'm so glad that I got that reaction from Bruce.
So this one, there's actually a bunch of pictures here, but there, like the solar flare thing just showed up, and my photographer's like, oh, this is great. We're gonna roll with this. Because the whole time we had been trying to like get out of the sun because it was making too much of a glare. But this was like perfect. So we won't go too much into like the ceremony, but this is my dad walking me down the aisle, and the song that I chose to walk down the aisle to was actually started out as kind of a joke. It's a cover by the Piano Guys of a BTS, which is the K-pop group, one of their songs. Because Kelly actually heard it, and he's like, oh, that's like really pretty. I should let Amanda listen to it.
Yeah.
And immediately I was like, this is it. He's like, what? I'm like, this is the song I'm walking down the aisle to. He's like, wait, what?
Yeah, I was just like, oh, look, it's a cover of the BTS song, and you can kind of disguise it as like something really romantic and sweet. And Panda's like, yeah, we're doing
Done.
that. Yeah. So.
Well, because we listen to a lot of K-pop. I pretty much exclusively listen to K-pop and J-pop. So I knew I wanted some of that music because it's our wedding.
Yep.
But I was like, how am I gonna get my parents to go along with this? And I played them the song, and I was like, yeah, everyone can be walking down at like this part, and you know, then there's like this build and like this point in the song. It's like, and like barn doors will close, and at this point they'll open, and I'll walk down. And my mom immediately started crying. I was like, I did it. I get my song.
You guys should look up the song. I'll leave a link in the description so that you guys can check out the actual music video. Even if you don't like K-pop, it's a very well done cover. So give it a listen and see if it hits you in the emotions. And just imagine somebody walking down that on their wedding day.
It's like the second build.
Yep.
Is like when I started walking down. You'll know.
Yeah.
So we made it through the ceremony. I got pretty emotional and had to stop reading my vows at one point and like compose myself, but it was great. And then we were walking out, and I was like, okay, I played to the masses. I had a really pretty song that like we're walking down the aisle to, full K-pop as we're walking out. It's a good day to have a good day by Super Junior. It's like, we're kicking this off. We're having a party. Funny story with this. The girl hugging Kelly is his sister-in-law. She's married to his younger brother.
Yep.
So she's like giving this really sweet little speech, and it's like, welcome to the family. And I was like, oh, cool. Thank you. And then she hugs Kelly. And we're all like, wait.
Yeah, we're already
y'all are already family.
Yeah,
so then
family.
None of us could let it go. So that's why we're all kind of laughing.
Yeah.
Because everyone knows.
Yeah. Poor Katie.
Poor Katie. It was really funny though. One of my favorite moments. This was our cake. And we did buttercream frosting because fondant is disgusting.
Yeah.
Don't do it. So we had some flowers on it. It's nice, simple, piping and everything. And this was our cake topper.
Yeah, it was. So worth it.
So this was a custom cake topper. I actually found this well before we were planning the wedding. I was like, oh, these are so cute. Did I spend too much on it? Possibly. Was it representative of us? Yes.
Yeah. I mean, we have figures of ourselves now.
Right.
It's perfect.
So we have the Mr. and Mrs. Miller, our date, and then, of course, Kelly is Goku.
Yeah. I have to be.
Why not?
Why not? It's the only time I get to be a figure of myself.
Right. And then, in case you can't tell, I'm actually wearing the Queen Serenity dress from Sailor Moon. And then my hat is supposed to be Rilakuma. Because Rilakuma is the best thing ever.
Oh, yeah.
And then we have the Beauty and the Beast rose.
We never kept that cake, did we? For a year later or whatever you're supposed to do?
No.
Yeah, I feel
like
we did.
I know it's traditional. You're supposed to keep the cake and eat it on your first anniversary. Okay, first of all, our cake was delicious. It was not going to sit in a freezer and taste like garbage a year later. We're going to eat that now.
Yeah.
So we still saved the top tier and took it with us.
Yeah.
And people were like, oh, are you going to save it? We're like, no, we're going to eat it.
No, it's cake.
Now. It's cake. So we did.
Yep.
It was great. I think we took some with us and had it later that night because
oh yeah,
I couldn't eat much.
Yeah.
So I was like, I'm hungry. What am I gonna eat?
Yep.
Cake.
All right, so this is when we officially got announced as Mr. and Mrs. Miller for the first time. And my buddy Nick, who's the guy in the white shirt back there, got so excited because we played the Dragon Ball Super Ultra Instinct theme, and he was absolutely thrilled. I love the look of excitement on his face.
There were probably 4 people in the entire room that picked up on it.
Yeah, nobody really knew what was
really
playing
knew,
at all.
But
yeah,
it was fun for us, and it was cool to see his reaction. We did a private dinner, by the way.
Yep.
So we've already eaten at this point. We had a separate room where we had our food. We had chicken and waffles at our wedding, by the way.
It was delicious.
It's great. Recommend.
Oh, and also, Whitney is right there in between my arm and Amanda's shoulder. So she's actually made fan art for the channel. If you guys remember, there's a drawing of me in a red shirt. I'm sure I'll post it up, but I remember once we were out and talking to everybody, she came up to me and she's like, does this mean you'll be able to film stuff on your channel again? And I was just like, I hope so. I want to. But she was excited, but that was the first thing she asked, and I love it so much.
This is us doing our first dance, and it was, of course, to another Korean song. Not surprised at this point.
Nope.
But it was from one of the first Korean dramas I got you to watch all the way through.
Yep.
And then so we're doing the slow dance. Kelly stepped on my dress. It's fine.
Look, there's a lot of dress to step on, so
there really is.
Yeah.
And I was wearing tennis shoes by this point because I wasn't wearing heels all day. So I made us do a choreographed dance.
I can't dance.
You can't.
No, I can't.
It was fun.
Yeah, that's what it was.
I danced for like 15 years, so like the whole time I was growing up, especially how I met my matron of honor, is we danced together like our entire childhood. So I was like, I wanted to do a choreographed dance, but I had to teach him how to sway just for us to do the slow dance part. So I was like, this is going to be fun. So we actually picked like a couple K-pop songs, and like I found dances that I was like, I think I can teach Kelly how to do these, and that's what we did. So
yeah, it turned out all right, I guess.
Well, and I told Kelly, I'm like, you have to really go for it. Even if you're bad, you just have to like full on commit, because then people will be like, this is great, even if you're not a good dancer. So we did like our dance. I danced with my dad. Kelly danced with his mom. And then we went straight to cutting the cake, because by this point, everyone has already had their food.
Yep.
And I told Kelly, well before, I was like, if you smash cake in my face, I will murder you.
Yep.
Don't do it. There's a lot of makeup. It's a lot of work. Don't. So.
Yep.
We were very sweet about it.
Yeah, I was like, I didn't.
Yeah, you did it. I was tempted to, but I was like, I gave him so much grief for not smashing cake in my face. So I was like, I can't. It's not fair. But like, everyone wanted us to smash cake in each other's face, and like, we just weren't.
I don't know why she stopped on this picture. It's a perfectly normal picture.
This was the group of guys I was worried about and was dealing with.
Had nothing to worry about. It was totally fine.
I mean, they somewhat behaved. It was fun, but...
Yeah, this particular group of people had not met until this wedding, and we got along just swimmingly.
It was like they had been best friends, like, forever.
Yep.
I wanted to do some kind of, like, special send-off, and I wanted to do sparklers, but I found out I waited a little bit too late to order them, and they're also very expensive. Yeah. I was like, oh, okay, cool. So me and my mom were coming up with ideas. We bought bubbles as like a backup. We had flower petals that were like another backup.
Yeah, you guys had like multiple backups.
Well, and then I found out at our rehearsal that the venue actually had a ton of sparklers that previous brides had left because they didn't need them. So they just left them at the venue for like whoever needed them. So they actually gave us the sparklers for free. And so like this sign my mom actually made. So she made 3 separate ones because we didn't know what send off it was gonna be. So we had like we could have done all 3. But we ended up leaving the bubbles at the venue. The flower petals we used elsewhere because at this venue you can only use real flower petals because it's outside. They stay there. So I was terrified I was going to be set on fire because there's a lot of hairspray,
and yet
a lot of
you
flammable things.
You asked for this.
I did. And this, I was like, please don't drop me.
I wouldn't.
We've made it this long.
Yeah, I wouldn't.
Made it this far in the day. So this 100% stage, we were not actually leaving at this point. It was just get in the car, pretend you're leaving, and we'll do the send-off, and then we'll go inside later and get our stuff.
Yeah, basically. Yeah, that was a basic brief rundown of our wedding day.
Brief.
Super
There's actually so many more pictures. There's pictures of like when I was getting ready and like getting my hair and makeup done. It's just too much.
Yeah. This video's probably going to be long as it is, but like I said, we just wanted to do something different. By the time you guys watch this, we may actually be out on a little vacation, so I needed some content. I wanted to show you guys kind of what we've been doing, and I think it worked out pretty well. But like I said, if you guys like videos like this, we can do some other stuff. Otherwise, we will be back to playing games and doing stuff like that together in the near future. So it's fine. It's just one thing, one way for us to remember a year ago that we were married. And yeah, and then 2020 happened. So that was awesome. But either way,
crazy year. I'm
going to go ahead and leave this episode here because I'm sure it's gone on long enough. So thank you guys so much for watching. Let me know if you enjoyed. I'll see you guys on the next MAMJ Let's Play.